If you love football and hear the name Shrek, the famous cartoon character is not the only thing that comes to your mind, as it also instantly reminds you of Wayne Rooney. A stubborn, relentless, controversial but incredibly talented striker. Wayne was an English football prodigy in the early 2000s and became a Manchester United legend. He could reach even greater heights, if not for drinking, gambling, and parties with prostitutes. 5 Premier League titles, FA Cup, Champions and Europa League trophies, the all-time goal scorer in England and Manchester United history. These are insane achievements that man has in his track record. Rooney gained fame aged only 16, when the young and unknown Everton striker came out on the pitch against Arsenal and scored an incredible last-minute stunner. In the 2002, he was named Sports Personality of the Year by BBC. What a fantastic start to the journey that was.
You know, getting there. It's close.
In 2004, the promising young man became a part of the England national squad at UEFA Euro in Portugal, in which Wayne was considered one of the most promising young talents in the world. And such hype was for a reason.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
In the second round of the group stage, Wayne netted 2 goals against Switzerland at the age of 17 and became the youngest goal scorer in the history of the European Championship. In the next round, Waza took down Croatia with another brace. The young Rooney came to light for the whole world, having finished the tournament in second place on the top goal scorers list and made it to the team of the tournament. So, no wonder an English top club came for him after the Euro, as Manchester United was the team to sign the Everton striker for £25 million. Rooney began sparkling for the Red Devils right in his debut game, having scored a phenomenal hat-trick against Fenerbahce in the Champions League.
It is Rooney then. Oh!
This was the moment when the last doubts faded out, as all pundits and journalists predicted Rooney to become the greatest player in the history of English football. And it's interesting to note that in those days the football community promised Wayne a much brighter future than even Cristiano Ronaldo. Two-footed player, great understanding of the game, along with a perfectly mastered killer instinct in front of goal. That's what made Rooney so strong. This was an incredible journey, as he never had any serious crisis up until he turned 28. But then, starting from this period, the Englishman decided to drink all his talent away. Since 2010, Rooney became a permanent target of investigative journalism, which were spotting him drinking non-stop in bars, gambling in casinos, and cheating on his wife with prostitutes. Meanwhile, Wayne was sure that he had everything in hand, and this was a great moment for him to take his career to a new level. He let the United management know that he doesn't intend to renew the contract at Old Trafford because it doesn't match his ambitions. Rooney, in fact, insisted on signing for a team that consistently wins titles. But those ambitions quickly disappeared as soon as the Manchester side offered their big superstar a new generous contract. Fans were enraged by Wayne's behavior, hence they were demonstrating offensive banners criticizing Rooney at Old Trafford. The player was supposed to regain the trust of United fans and prove that he's still capable of bringing trophies to the team. But instead, Shrek was seen drunk again and again, although sometimes he could still showcase some fabulous stuff like that. Such things reminded the fans of how great Rooney is when he's locked and loaded. However, in the winter of 2011, the man's playtime was over, as Sir Alex Ferguson had ruled him out of the squad and fined Wayne for the party he threw after the victory over Wigan. SAF was aware of Rooney's dark side, and hence he tried not to allow his mood swings and poor form.
Rooney has no room for complacency. Even minimal distraction caused his physical form to go downhill pretty quickly. He's not the kind of guy who knows how to spend weekends properly. In the last season, he was getting what he deserved from me every time I saw his form become poor. It was difficult to imagine Wayne playing football after 30 given his poor physique.
Why, Sir Alex was damn right. After the coach left Manchester United in 2013, Rooney eventually broke down, while his age was one of the main factors against him. Since then, was a gas out too quickly on the pitch and could barely devote himself to fighting for every episode. Wayne even switched his position from attack to midfield to cover lesser distances. Considering his captain status, Rooney should have pulled himself together and worked hard in the gym, but he decided that it was better not to train cardio on a treadmill, but in bed with some girls of questionable morals. And his alcohol meetings with friends also didn't disappear from his schedule.
I've made a lot of mistakes. Sometimes the press got hold of it, sometimes it didn't. And it was difficult for me to cope with everything that I read in newspapers about that. Sometimes we've got 2 days off football and I'd lock myself home drinking for 2 days straight. Just on my own, just trying to let it go.
Rooney later admitted. And yet, he said one thing but acted differently. Wayne understood his weak sides but repeatedly fell for the same things over and over again like a silly little kid. In 2016, Rooney was gearing up for the match against Spain in the England national team and got drunk in a hotel where the team was staying. The footballer came to the bar right in training jersey and drank beer and wine all the way until the morning. Photos spread instantly as Wayne was ruled out from the national team under the pretext of injury, because they just didn't want to shame the legendary striker after his big contribution in a 3-lines count. A new scandal arose the following year. Rooney, who had already left Manchester United and returned to Everton, got behind the wheel drunk and, as a result, was banned from driving for 2 years and sentenced to 100 hours of community service. The board of the Toffees did not accept Wayne's cheeky attitude and decided to sell him to American DC United. After leaving England to earn big money in the United States, Rooney continued to have a good time with tons of alcohol. In 2019, he was detained at the Washington airport for inappropriate behavior and foul language. The drunken Englishman was breaking through one of the service doors, thinking it was an elevator. After that incident, Wayne's alcohol addiction turned into a serious topic in the newspapers. Of course, the striker kept the top level on the pitch for many years and won an incredible number of trophies at the club level. But still, it feels like if Rooney had the proper discipline, he could potentially become a serious Ballon D'Or contender and leave his name in history for the great personal achievements instead of his drunken antics. Rooney would have easily become the best in English football history in the 80s, simply because at that time the passion for drinking and breaking the rules were common things for any player. But in the 21st century, it doesn't work at all. In the modern era, you can stay on top only when you live a healthy life, work hard, and give up on bad habits. Dear friends, thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you guys in next videos.